Welcome to another episode of the 99 Seconds Career Podcast. My name is Jürgen Schmid. I am career mentor, consultant, teacher, and speaker. Here, we will bring up all kinds of career aspects in a way you have maybe never heard before. I like you to have an awesome career. Therefore, I give you something money cannot buy: sharing, experience, and insight. All this every other week in 99 seconds. Ooh, exciting! Sending your application was successful. You got invited for an interview. Congratulations! You overcame the biggest hurdle in the recruitment process. But that does not mean it is smooth sailing from now. Interviews, no matter if done via phone, web conferencing, or face-to-face, present different challenges you need to prepare for and master. I understand an interview as a conversation. It is not a quiz or interrogation. It is a dialogue where all participants talk about a subject, in our case the open position. Ideally, it feels enjoyable, meaningful, and satisfying for all involved. Good job interviews foster connection, understanding, and mutual respect. Keep in mind, it is not only the organization interviewing you, you are also interviewing them. You want to find out if you can and want to do the job, and if you want to spend many hours a day in this organization and team. Here are some key elements that make a conversation, even job interviews, truly worthwhile. Active listening. Everyone involved in the conversation listens carefully to one another without interruptions. Engaging in active listening means displaying authentic interest in the speaker's word, maintaining eye contact, nodding in acknowledgement, and responding appropriately to what is being said. Engagement and interest. In a great conversation, everyone actively participates in the discussion, sharing their thoughts, ideas, and perspectives. This dynamic exchange shows genuine interest in the topic and each other's viewpoints. Respectful communication. Show respect and courtesy to others throughout the conversation. Refrain from interrupting or dismissing different viewpoints. If disagreements arise, address them in a respectful and constructive way. Openness and honesty. Feel comfortable expressing your thoughts and emotions honestly, and be open to embrace diverse perspectives. Being authentic in your communication establishes trust and nurtures a deeper bond with others. Empathy and understanding. Make an effort to grasp the other person's perspective and demonstrate empathy for their feelings and experiences. Show that you recognize their emotions and validate their thoughts. Stay on topic. Although exploring related concepts is acceptable, a successful conversation typically remains centered on the main topic. This approach ensures coherence and enables a more profound exploration of the subject matter. Ask question. Posing questions indicates a genuine curiosity in the other person's thoughts and keeps the conversation flowing smoothly. Thoughtful questions can also pave the way for more meaningful discussions. Positive body language. Non-verbal cues like smiling, nodding, and keeping an open posture contribute to enriching the conversation and fostering a friendly atmosphere. Share personal experiences. Adding relevant personal experiences to the conversation can enhance it and establishes a stronger sense of connection. Sharing these experiences enables others to gain different perspectives and fosters a deeper exchange of ideas. Time awareness. Be conscious that the conversation's duration and avoid monopolizing it or extending it excessively, especially if others appear uninterested or have limited time. Humor and lightheartedness. Using suitable humor can create a light-hearted atmosphere and makes the conversation enjoyable. It also plays a role in establishing rapport and elevating tension during serious discussion. Closure. Wrap up the conversation gracefully, briefly summarizing essential points or expressing appreciation for the discussion. If appropriate, leave the door open for future interactions. Questions make up a big part of job interviews. Most of the time, we think about which ones we might get asked, but there is another aspect we often forget to prepare. Let's get into the 99 seconds and see which questions we as candidates should ask. Here is one question you will get asked at every interview, mainly towards its end. Do you have any further question for us? They will want to know from you. And the worst answer is no, because it instantly tells them you're not interested in the role. By the way, if opportunities arise, ask questions throughout the interview rather than dishing them all out at the end. That way, they'll fit in more naturally and help create more of a conversation than a stiff question and answer session. Interviews are exciting. Adrenaline is pumping through our veins. Or we feel exhausted. Spontaneously answering the question about the question could be difficult. We better prepare for it, so we always have some up our sleeve. It is okay to write them down and bring that notepad to the interview. Being stressed, we know that we have prepared our questions, but we might not remember them right now. Checking in your notebook solves that issue and demonstrates that you are prepared. Remember, never ask questions that can be easily found on the company's website like, "What does your organization do?" This will show a lack of research and motivation. Additionally, if this is the first interview, it is never a good idea to ask about pay, hours, or benefits. There is a time and place to ask those questions later in the hiring process. Keep in mind, the interview also serves you to find out if you want to work the job they have laid out. Will you be happy there? What do you need to know to answer this with yes, and potentially sign an employment contract? You want to avoid starting a new job to only find out later that this role and the environment are not what you wanted or expected. Asking questions reduces that risk. You best prioritize your questions according to the importance for you. You might only have time to ask one, so it better be the most important one. Some will have been answered during the conversation, but for sure others haven't. The questions you did not ask in this interview, you could raise in a follow-up conversation. Candidates who ask questions like this are the people they want to hire. Why? Because the recruiters see that the candidates are looking for a good fit for themselves and aren't just trying to get in at any cost. Here are some good questions to find out about what the job really is all about, the milestones, priorities, and challenges. What the organization is all about, why people are working there, their culture, values, challenges, and bureaucracy. How they define success, how they intend to get you started with an onboarding process, if and how you can grow and develop, as well as future career opportunities, and how to move on from the first interview. And last not least, how working with your new direct manager might be, because this is important. For each area, I'll give you 3 examples. If you're interested in more, please get in touch. What the job is really all about. How close is this role to the core functions of what the company does, and would I be working on projects that are mission critical or closer to revenue? What are the greatest challenges facing this team right now? If I succeed in getting this role, what do you think my 3 and 6 month goals would be? What the organization is all about. What is the biggest issue or challenge the organization is currently facing? How has your career been, and what excites you to be here every day? If I make a mistake here that costs the company €500,000, what happens to me then? How they define success. If the new hire was to achieve one thing that would blow your mind, what would that be? What characteristics do all the top performers in this or similar roles share? What does a successful career path look like at your company? How would I be measured for it? How they intend to get you started? What is the onboarding process like? And when do you expect a new hire to be fully up to speed? What would my first week look like? What is my training or onboarding plan? If and how you can grow and develop. What are the career growth opportunities in this role? Does your company offer any professional development opportunities, trainings, or stipends? What criteria are used to select senior managers? How to move on from here? Do you feel there is anything we may not have covered regarding my skills and experiences that may be a barrier to moving to the next stage? Given everything you have heard, can you share your thoughts with me on where I do and don't fit in this role? What is the next step in the hiring process? How working with your new direct manager might be? For you, what is most important in this role? What most excites you about the work you do? How do you support the growth of the individuals on your team? A final point here to consider. Some of these questions might not be applicable or not important for you. That's okay. Just treat them as examples. Do your own homework and preparation. Remember, a good conversation is not just about talking. It's about listening, understanding, and creating a positive and meaningful interaction with others. Whether it's a casual chat with a friend or job interview, those elements contribute to making the conversation valuable and memorable for everyone involved. Plus, your chances to land the job will increase drastically. So ask your questions, no need to be shy. This was, in a bit more than 99 seconds, some insight and examples of what to ask in a job interview. Hope you enjoyed listening, and you will tune in for our next episode in 2 weeks. We will then talk about what you might be experiencing right now. I feel stuck in my career. In the meantime, should you have any remarks, please let me know and maybe leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. Simply go to www.99scp.com, SCP like Seconds Career Podcast. Also, please do not forget to press follow, and if you see a bell or heart icon to be notified when new episodes are coming out, please press that too, so you will never miss a new one. This was another episode of the 99 Seconds Career Podcast. Thank you for listening and thinking along. I wish you success for the path you're following or creating. My name is Jürgen Schmid, and until next time, be the difference, remain curious, and shine.